This is a meditation for anyone suffering with chronic pain or pain in general. Just using this meditation awareness of the breath and the body to come back to the mind body intention and connection. And learning through this meditation that wherever our intention goes, so does the energy and the focus. Please find a comfortable position, seated a bit back off of your chair, or if you prefer to lie down with appropriate props to keep you comfortable throughout this practice. As you settle in, if it feels okay to shut the eyes or have a nice soft gaze a few feet ahead of you, and just begin by taking a slow, deep breath. Finding that deep breath in and the deep breath out. And just noticing what pulls your attention away. Maybe it's background noises. Perhaps it is your pain throbbing. Perhaps dull, maybe sometimes sharp. And whatever has taken your attention away from the breath, just notice whatever that is without judgment. Perhaps adding a third person perspective to it, such as, there is my dull pain. There is a noise outside this room. And putting it in that third person allows us to step away from whatever fact is present, finding awareness but distance. And when it feels right, coming back to the body. Perhaps this time, become aware of the feet. Just notice where the feet are in space. Are the soles of your feet planted, grounding you into this moment? Perhaps the back of the heels are touching the ground. Wherever your feet are, just noticing any surface that is supporting you. If it's possible, perhaps even gently moving the toes with intention, bringing full awareness to the feet, to the moving toes, to the grounding surface that is supporting your feet right here, right now. And just noticing when we bring the focus and the intention to the feet, our awareness of the feet increases, the energy goes to the feet, our mind is focused on the feet instead of elsewhere. Just noticing the entire lower body, wherever it is in space. Noticing which surfaces are supporting different aspects of the lower body, the legs, the pelvis, the hips. Perhaps feeling the surface that you are sitting or lying on, or if you are standing, continuing to feel that surface that is supporting you. Setting the intention to feel this surface, perhaps even thanking it and appreciating its grounding powers, the ability to feel secure and held in this space, in this present moment. Just noticing any sensations that may come up for you throughout the lower body. And if something outside of the lower body has taken your attention away, bring the intention back to the lower body, feeling the left leg heavy, still, and then the right leg heavy and still. And perhaps bringing your intention to notice the belly, aware of the abdomen, noticing if you can feel the belly button. Perhaps feeling the breath go into the abdomen. Noticing where the awareness takes you with that, if it brings you to the breath, to the belly, perhaps the ribs or back to the pelvis. Just noticing as we focus our intention into breathing into the belly, how that feels. Anytime you notice pain or discomfort of any kind, noticing if you can slow the breath down a little bit. Release any tension being held through the fingers and the toes. Soften the jaw, allow it to hang relaxed and at ease. And then bring the intention back to the breath, movement through the abdomen, and just paying attention to any other movement happening through the belly outside of the breath. Moving up the body a little bit, noticing the ribs, perhaps the rib cage as a whole. Noticing if one side of the rib cage draws your attention in more. And just noticing how the intention of feeling and noticing the body brings the mind back to now, back to being present, being here right now. Feeling the lungs fill with each in breath and feeling them slowly empty on the out breath. Any area mentioned as we scan through the body seems upsetting to you, causes tension or stress to build in the body and in the mind. Perhaps looking at it from that outside perspective, just aware, yes, the lungs are difficult for me to notice. And then bringing the intention back to where you were. And allowing that mind body connection to grow stronger through today's practice. Perhaps bringing the awareness to the back, starting at the low back, maybe even aware of your tailbone, your sacrum, feeling the butt bone, noticing if you can feel where it connects into the low back, the low vertebrae of the spine. Aware of what surface is supporting this part of your body. Perhaps feeling the slight expansion through this area with each in breath and subtle narrowing with each out breath. And feeling the whole low back, lumbar spine. And knowing that we are a 3D human. And if the intention moves to the front of the body, that's perfectly okay. We are fully connected. Anything that happens in the back of the body will be felt through the front, and anything through the front is felt through the back, side to side. And on your own pace, moving up the spine, up the back as a whole. Perhaps as you do this, even noticing the back of the rib cage. Noticing if you can feel that expansion with each in breath. And a softening or relaxation with each out breath. And coming to the upper back, and perhaps even around to the chest, aware of the collarbones, left and right. And just noticing this upper back and chest area for a moment. If anything comes up, just noticing with that outside perspective. And perhaps noticing both arms, aware of the surface supporting the arms, softening the fingers, accepting heavy, any feelings of heaviness or relaxation, quiet, feeling the entire left arm, the elbow, and into the shoulder. And noticing the right hand, the right fingers, the wrist, elbow to the shoulder, and noticing that entire right arm as it is in space, right here, right now. How does your body feel? Being okay with whatever words pop into the mind's eye and just letting those words release from the mind's eye as quickly as they came in. Feeling the neck, front of the throat, and tension moving to the back of the throat. Softening the jaw and the cheeks, softening the eyes, and finding that softening through the mind, noticing the breath moving through the body into the mind, through the spirit, releasing with it anything that no longer serves you, any discomfort or pain that you were holding on to, allowing that to release with the next out breath. And spending as much time for the remaining of this practice, setting the intention to release energy that is no longer needed through the body. And using the awareness of the mind's eye on the body to reconnect and ground the mind body connection. Thank you for practicing with me.